Today, naturally aspirated Jeep JL on 40s on the dyno. Will be supercharged. Use a cord. Hey guys, welcome back to RIPP Superchargers. Today's an exciting day because we've got a 2018 Jeep JL automatic on the dyno on a big tire. This is a 40-inch by 13.5, 17 tire, and it's on a stock, otherwise stock Rubicon. The vehicle itself is built fairly straightforward. It's a 3.5-inch rock crawler suspension on these really tight-looking JCR fenders, and essentially you just got yourself a nice built Jeep going down the road. Now, those of you who have built Jeeps are always wondering what kind of horsepower they're making. Maybe they're a little bit too slow, or maybe they're a little bit too sluggish. Now, the big change for the JL, besides the shape change outside with the raking of the windshield and the different grille, is really the mechanicals. The engine has changed just a bit. It has a little bit more compression, which makes it a little bit more challenging when you're adding boost to it. They added an EGR change to it, as well as a bigger intake manifold and throttle body. All those translate to slightly more horsepower naturally aspirated, but from what we've seen compared to the JK, they're about the same. The star of the show is the 8-speed transmission, which carries over for some of the cars and the SUVs. And what that helps do is match the horsepower and the torque to the gear a lot better than the old transmissions did in the previous automatics. The 4-speed in the JK38, and then the 5-speed in the JK36, the Pentastar, and in this iteration, which is an 8-speed. That helps the engine stay at the more peak torque power and horsepower power, and find power for you to pass through the highway or over mountain passes or off-road. What a supercharger would do is naturally add more horsepower, but we'll see that next time. Now, in this particular case, this client has left his gearing the same, so he's got 410 gears with a 40-inch tire, and he's questioned what the horsepower will be. You guys can take bets now and want to pause it, but we're going to run it on a dyno. It is strapped down. We do like making some noise here. Give me a second. We'll reconvene at the screen, and we'll see what it's about, okay? Okay, short pass there. Okay, so, all right, 216.2 horsepower at the rear wheels. You could see the ramp up here has all this stock programming. It's trying to adjust maybe torque management, maybe timing. It could be really anything. A peak just over maybe 205 pounds of torque according to this graph, but there's this real dip, which all these mopar cars seem to do at this 4,000 to 4,800 mark. So it's pretty standard from what we've seen from a programming sequence. No surprises here. We did expect, just over 200 horsepower at these vehicles. Generally speaking, that's what they make. All the cars, for example, all the SUVs seem to be making about the same horsepower. I think we've now proven that we've got a really good base opening number, big tire or not. What you're seeing is the larger tire. So what does this all mean? So you're going to have some questions as to how does the tire affect the power? Well, you're seeing a big tire. It's basically got to be spun by the engine and a drivetrain. When you have a large tire like this, you have a lot of rotating mass, right? So the tire has a lot of leverage, and the stock gearing isn't exactly paired up to it. So the power comes on and ramps on a lot slower. What that means to you is that when you're trying to accelerate onto on-ramps or going over passes or towing something, the engine's going to be lugged down and the transmission's going to be hunting around. Now, the 8-speed hides that a lot because it has a lot more gears. But the power is still lacking. When you only have 216 horsepower, you're shaped like a brick and you're trying to go down the highway at 80 miles an hour, it doesn't exactly all come together. What we'd like to see is this with a lot more power, and naturally that's what we're here for, and that's the next video. But in the meantime, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe, like, comment. You can find us on Facebook and all the Instagrams and all the onlines. Thanks for stopping by, guys.